Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all healthy and safe at home. We are going to move on to section 17.3 of our third module, and it is about sets in the complex plane. So till now we had discussed what is a complex number and how we can express it in polar form, and we did the basic operations on it, like the multiplication, division, addition and subtraction and all. So in this lecture, what we are going to do is we are going to start the study about complex analysis. So in mathematics, mostly everything is about functions. So here also we need to study about functions of complex numbers. Then only we can learn something about it instead of the basic operations. So before that, we have to understand the concept of sets in the complex plane. So it is and some other basic definitions, which are some definitions and new terminologies related to the complex plane, complex sets and all. So let's move on to the concept. First is we are all familiar with the concept of circles, right? So we can relate it to the concept of or we can relate it with our complex numbers. How can we do that? Now if you see the first point, that is, if you consider the complex number z dot equal to x dot plus iy dot, then the distance is actually distance between the points z is equal to x plus iy and z dot is equal to x dot plus iy dot is given by modulus of z minus z dot, and which is nothing but root of x minus x dot square plus y minus y dot square. That is how can we do that when we consider this point z dot as when we consider the complex number z dot as points, right? We can always treat a complex number in the form of ordered pair of real numbers, right? So z dot is nothing but the ordered pair of real number x dot and y dot, and z is nothing but the ordered pair x y. So we know we are all familiar with the distance between two different points, right? So that is root of x minus x dot square plus y minus y dot square. So this is the modulus or the distance between the point z dot and any other random complex points or any other points z is equal to x plus iy. Now next point is actually the concept of the circles or in complex plane. The points z is equal to x plus iy which satisfy the equation modulus of z minus z dot equal to rho, where rho is any positive number. This is actually the general form of a circle whose radius is rho and center is z dot. Okay, if we consider that is z minus z modulus z minus z dot gives us the distance between the 2 points. So if I take any point z, the distance from that point to z dot, if it remains always a constant value, then clearly we will get a circle whose radius is rho and whose center is z dot, right? So let's just see a figure which will be more helpful for you guys. Can you guys see the figure 17.3.1? It is a circle whose radius is rho and whose center is z dot. So if we choose mod z minus z dot is equal to rho, that is actually a circle with center z dot and radius rho. Okay, so I hope that much is clear now. Now if we consider the other new terminologies or the definitions are, one is about the neighborhood. Now we know the points when a z minus z dot is equal to rho, we are actually getting the points that lie on that particular circle. Okay, so instead of equality, if it becomes mod z minus z dot is less than rho, okay, then these points satisfy these points will actually lie within the circle but not on the circle. Okay, that is, all these points are inside the circles, they don't lie on the circle because we don't have an equal to sign. Okay, the circle is same whose radius is rho and center z dot. So these set this set of points or this collection will be called the neighborhood of z dot or an open disk. It is open because we are not considering or treating the boundary points, the points which are there on the circle mod z minus z dot is equal to rho. Okay, so this is called the neighborhood of the point, neighborhood of any point. Okay, any point, or it is also called as the open disk. Now next definition is about an interior point, that is a point z dot is said to be an interior point of a set S of the complex plane if there exists some neighborhood of z dot that lies entirely within S. Okay, that is, we have a particular set in the complex, and we have a complex plane, we have a vague region, we have a particular set in the complex plane. If we consider any point in z dot, any point in S, and if the neighborhood of z dot lies completely inside that set, okay, then we say that that point is an interior point. And in a set, if all the points are interior, then we say that the set is open. Okay, so let's just see what it actually means. If you see in the figure 17.3.2, you can see this is our set. The blue region is actually our set, and if you take a point z dot, then we can find the neighborhood. Means it does not need to be a big one, it can be a very small one also, a minute one will also be enough. So if we can find a neighborhood which lies entirely within S, okay, then we can say that that point is an interior point. So if I take a point which is close to the boundary, and if I am able to find a small, very tiny neighborhood also, then also it is an interior point. Okay, I hope the concept is clear now. And in that particular set, if every point, if you chose any point in this set, if I can form a small neighborhood which lies entirely in this set, then we say that that set is open. Okay, so I hope the concept is clear. Now guys, just look at example 1, mod z equal to 1. Okay, if you compare it with this equation, mod z minus z dot is equal to rho, here the center of the circle is 0 and the radius is 1. Okay, so mod z is equal to 1 is the equation of a unit circle centered at the origin. Okay, and the second one is modulus of z minus 1 minus 2y is equal to 5. So if we compare it with this equation, we get that rho is 5, so the radius of that circle is 5, and z dot is 1 plus 2y, so the center is 1 plus 2y. So in the complex plane, we will consider a point 1 plus 2y, that is 1 comma 2. Okay, that will be the center, and of radius 5 we should be able to draw a circle. That is the figure of mod z minus 1 minus 2y is equal to 5. Okay, now the figures 17.3.3 and 17.3.4 are like example of an open set. Okay, if we consider the inequality real part of z is greater than 1, that is, for any complex number its real part is greater than 1, means you can draw a line in x equal to 1, and all the numbers on the right side of 1 will be the required figure. So that is actually defines a right half plane, right? Okay, and that is an open set. Okay, why? Because if we take any complex number, we will be able to find a point which lies that is an open set, because if we take any point in that particular region, we will be able to find a neighborhood which lies entirely inside that set. That is, the set is this blue region, that is real part of z is greater than 1. Okay, so they have given an example here, that is, if we choose z dot is equal to 1.1 plus 2y, here y doesn't matter, what is the value of y doesn't matter, but x must be greater than 1 because real part of z is greater than 1. So they have taken 1.1. So we can find a value such that, or we can find a value of a small value such that this point and its neighborhood is completely inside the region. That is, if we choose mod z minus, the point is z dot is 1.1 plus 2y is less than 0.05. Okay, that is, it is a very small region, so they have magnified it and shown you. So this is again the center, z is center is 1.1 plus 2y z dot, and this is a small neighborhood. Okay, this lies entirely inside this set, so that is clearly open. But if you see the point, or if you see the figure 17.3.4, that is, the region of real part of z is greater than or equal to 1. Okay, in this case we cannot say that this set or this region is open. Why? Because if you take the points on the boundary, that is, if you take the points on the line x is equal to 1, then in whatever way you draw the circle, or if you find the neighborhood, clearly half part or a little part of it will clearly definitely lie outside this region. Okay, because if we choose for any other point, we'll be able to find inside S itself, but if we choose the points which lie on the line x is equal to 1, then the neighborhood need not lie completely inside S. So in that case we can see that S is not open. So this example 2 illustrates again some other regions which are or some of the open sets. The first one, A, is imaginary part of z is less than 0, 0, so everything will be lying below the x-axis, so that it is the lower half plane. Then we have -1 less than real part of z less than 1, so -1 and 1 both are excluded, and real part of z lies between this. So this is an infinite strip, you can go on up and down to infinity. The next one is mod z is greater than 1. So we had seen in the first example that mod z equal to 1 is a unit circle, and so mod z less than 1 will be inside the circle, and mod z greater than 1 will be the whole portion outside that particular circle, right? And then we have 1 less than equal to mod z less than 2. So this is clear. Mod z is less than 2 means it is actually the portion of the circle with center 0 and radius 2. Okay, that is inside the circle. So this is the circle mod z equal to 2, so we are having mod z less than 2, so all this portion will come. But the other condition is mod of z is greater than 1, so it should be outside the unit circle also. So this will be our region. So this is a circular ring, and sometimes it's also called as the open annulus. Okay, now if you see, all the figures in this example are open, right? Everything is open. If you take any point, you can find a neighborhood which lies inside that particular set. Now we'll move on to some more definitions of our, like, about the boundary points and all. So let's see, we have these are few definitions which you have to keep in mind. That is, if every neighborhood of a point z dot contains at least one point that is in a set S and at least one point that is not in S, then z dot is said to be the boundary point. So I hope the concept is clear for you guys. That is, if just remember the portion of the example of real part of z is greater than or equal to 1, or real part of z is greater than or equal to 1. So what happens is, when we consider the points lying on the line x is equal to 1, if you take that point and if you form a neighborhood, some points lie inside us and some points does not lie in us, so that is called the boundary point. The next definition is, the boundary of a set is set of all boundary points. Then any pair of points z1 and z2 in an open set can be connected by a polygon. Okay, if they can be connected by a polygonal line that lies entirely in that particular set, then the open set is said to be connected. So if you just see the figure which is given, figure 17.3.6, it is a connected set. Okay, because if you choose any point, I'm choosing z1 and z2, then we can easily connect it by polygonal lines. Okay, so if you choose this is called as the connected set, and if you have seen the example before, all the 4 examples are examples of connected set, because if you choose any points in these set lying anywhere, they can be easily joined by polygonal lines. If you see the, now you'll have a confusion in this C and D and all, but there is no need to be a confusion, because if I choose a point here and another here, I can join them by polygonal lines like this, and similarly here also, in this case also. So these are all connected sets. Okay, figure 17.3.6 is also a connected set. So it is not necessary that they should be joined by a straight line, it's just that they should be joined by polygonal lines. Set of polygonal lines is enough, then they are said to be connected. Then the next definition is, an open connected set is called a domain. That is, a set should be open as well as connected. Okay, we know what an open set is. In an open set, every point and its neighborhood lies inside that particular set, and for the set is connected if any 2 points are joined by polygonal lines which lies entirely in that set. So an open connected set is called a domain. Now next is the definition of a region. A region is a domain in the complex plane with all or some or none of its boundary points. Okay, so a region is a domain. And what is a domain? A domain is an open connected set, and a region is a domain which contains all its boundary points or none of its boundary points or some of its boundary points. So a region, so clearly an open set is definitely a region. Why? Because it does not contain any of its boundary points, so it is clearly a region. And a region which contains all its boundary points is said to be closed. Okay, so these are the definitions that you have to keep in mind. All are related. First we did what a neighborhood was, then coming with the help of neighborhood we defined what was an open set, then we defined what was boundary points, that is which lies on the boundary, and then we defined what is connectedness, and then with the help of connectedness and openness and all, we defined what a region is. Then from region we came into domain, and we have open regions and closed regions. So these are particularly much few definitions and terminologies that you have to keep in your mind. So that's it for today's session. Thank you. Stay home and stay safe.